Hi, this is Casey Truby with a real life example of buying a small business for nothing or realistically very little down and then making some money out of it. Now, this is so easy. I actually did my first one at 16 years old. I turned $1,000 worth of cows, 4-H calves, and remember, I only had about $300 or $400 in hard feed cost on those cows. So my $300 or $400 made $1,000 worth of cows, and then I turned that into a $4,000 asset and did it all within just 5 months. And in the meantime, paid myself $150 a week. That's $970 in today's money. So here's what happened. I used to drive my old truck into town to an auto detailing shop run by an old black man. Guy was funny as could be, told me dirty jokes. He'd sing Motown so loud he drowned out the radio in the corner. And the old boys that worked for him were just as funny. I loved going down there, and I kept thinking, I want this. This is fun. You make money and you have fun all day. I love the idea of business. So I went to my bookkeeping teacher in high school. He's a radical looking dude, wasn't he? And what do I need to do? He gave me a checklist. And I started going to the checklist to start my own company. All of a sudden, I found out there were like 100,000 details. And but the worst thing is, I found out that you can't be in business at 16 because you can't sign a lease or buy insurance or get electric service, and everything was going to have to wait. I hate waiting. Well, a few months later, an event happened that turned all that around. My old friend's son got hurt in Vietnam. He's going to be at the St. Louis Veterans Hospital for a long, long time. So my buddy was moving down there, closing the shop on Friday. Had a sister to live down there, said he'd probably never come back. And I'm kind of confused why I'd close this fun existing business. And he looks at me and says, hell, if somebody come in here with $1,000, I'd give it to him right now. And I'm looking at him and say, well, would you take a post-dated check? Because I've got these 4-H calves coming up for sale in August, and I'd like to buy this place. Well, when I went home and told my mom what I did, she flat cried because she knew high school was going to get put on hold. But back then, if you were 16, you told your mom you were a man, the truth is, she'd understand. So by Friday, I'm the proud owner of the auto detail shop. And my guys, they stayed with me. They were excited to keep their job. So they ran the shop and did all the cars during the day. And I went out and made sales calls at all the local businesses, even got a couple of contracts from these shady car dealers. And in a couple of months, our sales had doubled. Our profits even doubled. And then one day in September, a guy comes in with the most tricked out 67 Camaro I have ever seen. This car had a tilt front end, a 409, four on the floor, the back seat even folded down to make a bed. Well, when he came back that night to pick it up, he was telling me that his son's coming home from Vietnam and had no job prospects. Well, all day long, I'm thinking about going to the drive-in movie with Betty Sue in this car. So I just blurted out, hey, mister, let's trade my business for your car. And he took a couple of days going over the books, calling on my accounts to see if they were real, and came back and said, okay, I'll do the deal. So I turned $1,000 worth of cows into a $4,000 asset in 5 months and paid myself $150 a week in the meantime. The truth is, I was hooked on business, and Betty Sue and I, we spent a lot of time at the drive-in. Now, since the late 60s, I've been in the accounting business and the marketing consulting business in a variety of companies. That's 44 years, but in that time, we've done 21 deals just like this one on the side, and never once did we step in a bank and ask for a loan. I've worked on putting all my kids into business, and today, my wife and I, we don't even do accounting anymore. We left accounting to just buy, fix, and sell businesses, mostly so she could spend a lot more time with our new son, Colton. It's a real simple process. You start out with what you want to accomplish. You always start with the end in mind, and then you find the right company to fit that, and then you buy the competitors. It's a real simple process. Buy or start a business, fix the mistakes and get it profitable, build a team that can run the operation, then you buy your distressed competitors, so you got rapid growth, then you expand your other distribution channels, and then once you've done those steps, you can sell the business for capital gains or keep it for lifetime income. If you'd like to talk more about this, join us. Every week we have a teleconference where live we talk about mergers and acquisitions in the small business market. And by that means anything up to about $10 million. And that's what we cover every week. I'll give you all the details that we've written down over 44 years on a weekly call. And it's really simple. We just follow a methodical process for setting up the sales, the delivery, the management systems, and you can get all of that from us and learn how to do deals like turning cows into an auto detail shop into a beautiful tricked out 67 Camaro. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next call. Thanks for joining.